So today we have some special visitors from Newport, a group of 6 teenagers. So welcome. And I thought I would talk a little bit about what the Abbey is, because you kind of arrived at this place and might go, kind of, what in the world is this place? So we're a monastery, which means we're in an intentional community. So an intentional community is a group of people who choose to live together for a specific purpose. When you're in a family, you're just kind of born there, and so that's, how you are. But here we have all chosen to live together because we have certain values and purposes that we want to accomplish. And so among our values are we want to live a simple life as much as you can in this very consumer world. So, for example, you will not find a TV anywhere here. We don't have, Facebook accounts, and we aren't surfing the web and watching movies and doing all that kind of stuff. We also want to keep our bodies really healthy and our mind clear, so we don't take intoxicants at all. And we are also vegetarian because we value kindness to other living beings and don't want anybody to lose their life so that we can have lunch. We value nature, and so that's why you were up in the forest this morning. And our forest, you saw the cleared out part, but maybe you'll see some of the really trashy part, because everything grows together, the trees get too thick, then the animals can't live there in a healthy way, the forest gets sick, the trees die. There's a whole section of the forest where the trees had root rot, and they just kind of die and collapse on each other. So we try and protect nature by thinning the forest, taking out the debris, and then we can welcome all the animals who can come and live here. So we have deer and moose and bear. We don't see the bear too often. They come around when the apples are ripe. Porcupine, I saw porcupine on the road the other day, and there are some cougars, I don't think too many, lots of coyotes, skunks, turkeys. Oh, we have so many turkeys, and we don't eat them for Thanksgiving either. We let them live, and we actually feed them in the winter. Yeah, and so some of our other values, why we live together, is that we're all trying to improve ourselves. And everybody has anger, but we're like deliberately working to try and lessen our anger, because we know that anger makes a mess in our lives and makes other people unhappy and makes us unhappy. So we really try and help each other to work out conflicts and to deal with our anger. Similarly with jealousy or arrogance or a really self-centered mind, we try and help each other to overcome those kind of emotions, because they really cause problems. Yeah, so we really value helping and supporting each other. And another kind of attitude that we work a lot against is the attitude that puts ourselves down, because lots of times we can be very critical of ourselves, and that also is an attitude that it isn't true. I mean, lots of times we just put ourselves down, but what we say about ourselves isn't true at all if we really look at it. Because we all have the potential to do incredible things in our lives, and we have the potential to become the kind of people that we want to become. If we have to learn how to and then engage in the practice. It's not going to happen by just sitting there or praying. We have to do something and work on ourselves. But we really have that potential and ability, so that's something that we really share as a community and try and help each other to develop. So we try and develop love and compassion. you know, for everybody, which is hard, but we try. Yeah, sometimes we're successful, sometimes we're not. You know, so when you're not, you notice you're not, and then you pick yourself up and you try again. Yeah, so you know, we live together as a community because we all have these shared purposes and values. And you know, as Venerable Semkhe mentioned, you know, one of the, you know, because we're Buddhist, at the time of the Buddha, his monastic disciples, they didn't beg, but they went on alms round, and so people gave them food. And so we don't go on alms round with our bowls and Newport, you know, nobody would know what we were doing. But what we do is we only eat the food that people give us, because in that way we have a really strong feeling of the kindness of other people, because we realize that we only eat because other people bring us food. And other people work really hard at their jobs to get the money, and then they, you know, they spend the money and offer us the food. And so we feel a responsibility for that, to live in an ethical and moral and kind way, as a way of reciprocating and returning that. So it's a really nice kind of process, because it brings us a lot of awareness of the kindness of others, and then we want to repay that kindness, you know, not because we're obliged to and we have to or anything like that, but because we really feel the kindness of others in keeping us alive. Yeah? So all the food that you're eating today, none of it, we haven't bought any of it. It's all food that people in the local areas have brought here and given to us. Yeah? And so, you know, at the end of the meal, we'll do some chanting where we send very positive aspirations and wishes for those people who are so generous in giving us the food. Okay? And I should explain, when we eat in silence, it's not because anybody's mad at each other. I know in my family, when there was silence at the table, it was like, uh-oh, somebody's mad. But that, for us, silence doesn't indicate anger. It just indicates giving people some space so that, you know, you can think about things yourself and digest your own experience. Okay? So as she said, we'll do the recitations that are on the sheet, and you can join us in whatever level of comfort you have. Yeah, no obligation to do anything.